Dana, what'd you say at halftime?
Well, you know, our passion and energy the first half really disappointed. You know, I'm disappointed myself for not having us ready to play. I'm disappointed in the players for not getting themselves ready to play. We knew it was a big game. We knew that UCLA coming off a loss would be really ready to go, and they did. They jammed down our throat the first half. We were down 10 on the boards. You know, and halftime, you know, it's just emotional. This game's played with passion and energy, and again, we didn't have it. And so I really thought, you know, the start of the second half was critical. We got a couple shots down. The press really energized us. The crowd was unbelievable. The students got into it once we finally gave them something to cheer about. And so I'm just really proud of the guys for really getting themselves going. And I thought two performances in particular on the defensive end allowed us to make that long comeback, and that's obviously Tony inside. He is just changing our defense with his blocking shots and intimidating people in the middle. And then DeVoe really got after Jones. Jones was really hurting us, and I thought DeVoe really turned it up, because, you know, if we had just exchanged baskets there, it wouldn't have worked. And DeVoe really turned it up, and I thought gave us a much better defensive effort that second half. And I thought those two performances defensively had as much to do with anything as they hit the shots. But we just couldn't exchange baskets with them with a 13-point deficit.
Dana, did you feel like going to that full court press sort of helped get your guys?
Oh, without a doubt. It got the crowd into it. You know, we got them on their heels. The turnovers, you know, the whole bit. You know, if we could have converted a couple more of those, you know, I mean, the roof would have went off. You know, because it's a great way to play. We're going to get the depth, and we're going to go back to that as soon as we do. Because I just like that game. You know, I just think it's players love to play it, and I love to coach that way. And so we've backed off a little bit because, you know, we're not playing quite as many guys. And but I still think, you know, that's an exciting way to play, and I like our guys getting up and doing that. And it turned the ball around. There's no doubt. You know, they're a good offensive team in the half court, and they run their sets, and you know, they're as well drilled in the half court. You know, them in Colorado, or excuse me, California in the half court are as well drilled. And if you just let them execute their stuff in the half court, you're in trouble. And I thought the full court stuff really helped us.
Did you think about going to that press in the first half? Did you talk about it at all?
Well, you know, we didn't score. You know, it's hard to press when you don't score. You know, we had 7 baskets. You know, and we tried to do it on a couple free throws, and you know, our focus was really bad in the first half. We didn't execute stuff. Defensively, we tried to trap a couple times, and you know, trapping is like blitzing. If one guy's in the right spot, you know, you can look really foolish, and we did. You know, we would go trap, and somebody wouldn't rotate, and we gave up some easy baskets because of it. So, you know, to play that way, it's a harder way to play, because you really got to be focused. Everybody's got to make sure they know their responsibilities, and because you're guarding 94 feet instead of 30.
Yeah, you've had great success at the end of close games. Part of that's the free throw shooting. You've got great. What other factors are involved there?
Senior guards, you know, DeVoe's been there, Garrett's been there, EJ. The free throw shooting is tremendously important because you know, DeVoe missed the one, but other than that, you know, I mean, we're both at about 20 free throws taken at one point, and then we shoot 10 to end the game, and I think we went 9 for 10, you know, and so we never allowed them to close that gap. So senior guards, shooting free throws well, and then we've had some good possessions. We've executed a few that have worked out pretty good. So, but no, it's the guys just making sure they know what they want to do.
Garrett and EJ mentioned that you made a point of emphasis about toughness at halftime. Is that a lesson that this team needs to reinforce in itself? That, you know, it is a pretty tough team when it puts its mind to it, but sometimes it's just not there.
Yeah, you know, our consistency is not what it needs to be, and you know, it's disappointing when the team, whips your team in the first half. I mean, with all the toughness things. Ken Lord's, that's just toughness, and they were getting loose balls. That's baskets. Those are all toughness things, and I think our guys, EJ's tough, Bo's tough, Tony. I mean, we've got tough guys. They're like a lot of guys. They get on their heels every now and then, lose their aggressiveness, and your team can look really bad when it does that. But you saw the other extreme the second half when we got them on their heels and we were the aggressor. The game changed dramatically. So it was a tale of two halves. They were the aggressor and did all the tough things in the first half, out-rebounded us by 10, and then the second half we turned it around on them and out-rebounded them by 10, and I thought we did the aggressive things and became the aggressor and was the difference in the game.
Any more questions for Coach Altman?
Does this team surprise you at this point in the season at all?
No, not really. To be very honest, I'm a little disappointed we're not further along defensively. I thought we'd be a more consistent defensive team. Our execution in the first half with, where we're at halfway through the conference season almost, there's no reason to not execute better in the half court than we did the first half. So, at times I'm really happy with them. At other times, they can make you pretty upset with yourself and them. I'm upset with myself because we didn't execute very well, and that's my job to get them to execute. And I'm mad at them because I know they're better than that. And that first half, we set basketball back about 10 years there. So fortunately, the second half was very good, and guys played really hard and really did a great job. Really happy for them that second half.
How do you feel about this extended break now? I mean, the whole week off.
It is what the schedule says, and so I need to get out and see some prospects and see some underclassmen. So it gives me a couple days to do that, and it gives guys a couple days to recharge because the following week, with the schedule with us playing on Sunday, then we got 3 games in a week again, like we did, with Cal and the 2 Arizona schools, and again, we're at home and going away for the second 2. So, we're really going to have to get rested and get ready for a 3-game week and in a long road trip. So, again, you just play the schedule, and I tell our guys, don't worry about, just get yourself ready. We'll take the appropriate days off. We'll get ready to play, and they've done a pretty good job of that. Regardless of road, whatever, they've just said, okay, this is the game, and let's get ready for it. And so I'm hoping that they'll re-energize here, take a couple days off, but we have to have some good practices and get ready for, Oregon State's changing defenses. They run a number of defenses at us, which, our senior guards have got to recognize and execute against, and so we'll have a little extra time to get ready for some of that.
You showed a lot of emotion on Garrett's 4-point play. How big was that shot?
Well, we just need to get something to get going, get the crowd going, get everybody, into the game, and we need to get our team in the game, and so yeah, I was excited. Heck, was excited, the whole second half. So it was a big shot, and we needed it at that point. It really got the crowd energized, and our players believing that we were coming back and it was going to get done. So.
You mentioned those senior guards, but you didn't have one of them that last today down the stretch. I mean, Garrett was out with the cramp.
Yeah, but Johnny came in, hit 2 free throws. Johnny's experienced after last year, so we got a pretty good rotation go there. We got Carlos and Brett. We've got to get those in the rotation, especially if we're going to press a little bit more. So we got to keep anybody getting hurt, and we got a little rotation going now. Just got to stay healthy and keep making progress, because we're nowhere near where I think we can get to. Our execution, offensively and defensively, our board play, I don't think we're anywhere near where this team should be or where it could be.
You've added a couple players to your rotation this season, but what are maybe some of the other biggest factors you feel like have gotten you guys to where you're at now?
Oh, I don't know. EJ and Garrett, have a comfort level. Tyrone, JJ, you know, guys who've been around a year have a comfort level with me. You know, the new additions, you know, DeVoe and Tony and Olu have all been well coached, and so now it's just making the adjustment to us, but they're experienced players, and you know, so I think there's a lot of positives. Again, we just got to keep working hard because there's a lot to grow into yet. All right, thanks.